Happy Monday. You can trust that day. That's the new saying around here, right? And it's catchy, right? Because I think a lot of people go, oh, Monday. But as always, happy to be here. Hello, everybody. I'm David Burrows here on the show, and thanks for stopping by. Whether you're watching live or if you're watching the replay, I appreciate you being here. And regardless of whether you're live or watching the replay, please take the time to share your comments regarding our guests or some of the events that are coming up. And I want to just keep the door open. If you know somebody or that you think should be highlighted in our community, someone doing some positive things, maybe that's you. Or maybe there's an event coming up that you're involved with that you want to share. Reach out to me on Facebook. Just send me a message, and we'll get back to you, and we'll see if we can get you on here to share your event or the positive things that are happening in the community, right? So I appreciate you all being here. Hope you had a good weekend. Better than some that we're going to talk about, unfortunately. But 'tis the season. I thought I would get into my red vest. That I like Christmas. I like Christmas. One thing I say it every year, and I'll keep saying, one of the great things about Christmas is it's the one time of year you can be nice to people and they won't accuse you of having a hidden agenda for why you're being nice to them. You know what I mean? Like if you say, do you want to do something nice for somebody, a stranger, whatever, they're like, what does he want? Right. But if you do it at Christmas, they go, oh, it's Christmas. Anyway, Christmas is in the air, right? It's a holiday season. However you celebrate it, it's Christmas around here. Now, I've got lots to talk about, and with that coming up with Christmas and everything, there's a lot of great events coming up, and we're going to get into that shortly. But again, don't be afraid to share your comments here on the show, the positive things about the folks that are being featured here. And speaking of being featured here, I'd love for you to click the love button, the like button, the whatever button, but the most important button that you can click on here is the share button. And the share button is going to help those that are on the show get their message passed around to others by using your social media. So please take the time to click the share button. Before we get into it, I always like to say thank you to our ongoing sponsors. Blue Water Power group of companies has come on board to support us. Thank you so much to Blue Water Power, not just for what they're doing here on the show, but Blue Water Power, huge supporters of so many things here in our community. I can't imagine the price tag that goes along with that. So it is definitely appreciated. Thank you so much, Blue Water Power, for what you do for us in our community. Joe's Discount Tire, been here for several years now as well. And with that season coming up, you want to get the winter tires on. All season doesn't work for all seasons. I don't know why they call them all seasons. So get the winter tires ready at Joe's Discount Tire. Tell them I said hello. And Huron Signs, SWO, a part of AG Event Graphics or AskGuy.ca, supporting us here for a very long time, like over 11 years now. I'm very proud to be able to say that. Thank you, Guy, so much for your support here. All right, where am I going first? This is a tough one, I got to tell you. But the Sarnia Sting have had a rough week this past week. Coming out against Saginaw Spirit, the number one team in the league. They started off not too bad, but final score there would come down hard at 4-1 in the final. And then, wow, they would go down to Flint. And, this is being talked about all over on the Sarnia Sting Facebook page, Sting Nation group. Yeah, just what do you say? You probably have a game or two in a season that you just would rather forget, and this is definitely the one against Flint, 10-0. And what else do you say about that? You got to feel embarrassed. Boy, talk about being kicked hard when you're down. But if I know the Sarnia Sting and the staff and the coaching staff like I do, they will turn this around and they will get back up and they'll get going at it again, which they'll be back next Friday. I'm just checking my calendar to make sure. Oshawa will be in town for that. And then that's something that is very, very special to the Sarnia Sting and so many is the Sarnia Sting Teddy Bear Toss will happen on Sunday, December the 4th at 2:05 in the afternoon. Make sure you bring your teddy bears, big and small. They want them all. And I think they did like 4,000 teddy bears last year. So they always try to keep increasing that and raising the bar on that every year. So hopefully we can make that happen and put some good spirits back in there. Sarnia's staying still about in the middle of the pack when it comes to the conference, or their division, I should say. So, they're not in a horrible spot, and there's still a long ways to go. Some new players on the team. They've been missing some of the more standout players, I guess you could say. But this team has what it takes, in my opinion, to make it to the playoff season, and who knows from there. All right, some events coming up. The Corunna Legion, Leslie Sutherland branch 447 in Corunna, has got some free wagon rides that are going to happen on Saturday, December the 10th, with a food or cash donation that's going to be going to the St. Andrew's Church Food Bank. It is an outdoor event, so make sure you're dressing accordingly to the weather. They're going to have some free hot chocolate and cider hot dogs donated by Nicole Smith from Exit Realty. Thanks, Nicole. Another person in our community who does lots of giving back. Santa pictures also going to be available, and just wagon rides. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, December the 10th, put it on your calendars. That's going to be from 5 until 7:30 p.m. Now, Tourism Sarnia-Lambton works hard to keep things going on around here and doing things to attract people from out of town to come to town here in Sarnia-Lambton, and this is one of them, the Festival of Cheers Craft Beer and Wine Show, happening on Saturday, December the 17th. Going to be happening at the Progressive Auto Sales Arena. Craft beer, local wine, cider, and a whole bunch of good stuff happening there. Now, what's really special about this is kind of a part 1 and part 2. Daytime, noon to 4, will be free admission. And then nighttime from 6 to 11 p.m., $30 a ticket, with nighttime music featuring Rumblefish and Dwayne Gretzky. That's right, Dwayne Gretzky going to be here performing and entertaining as well. Some great music and great beverages, and a great way to showcase what Tourism Sarnia-Lambton is able to pull off for us here in Sarnia-Lambton. So thank you, Tourism Sarnia-Lambton and Ontario's Blue Coast, for getting that. Go to cheerstothecoast.com to get your tickets for that. All right, and something I'm very proud to be a part of, Age-Friendly Sarnia-Lambton. Go to agefriendlysarnialambton.ca. Now, what is that? Well, you can find services in Sarnia-Lambton. It's like a portal, if you will. It's just been relaunched, and the folks at Age-Friendly Sarnia-Lambton worked very, very hard to make this a very thorough portal. Now, what can you find? Transportation, food, clothing, and housing services, mental health addictions, some help at home, family and caregiver. Maybe you need some family counseling, employment and volunteering, financial. Look at it. It's all right there, and it is full of information. So if there's something you think you're looking for, but you're not sure where to start looking for it, start at agefriendlysarnialambton.ca. And I think coming up in the future, we'll have a representative from Age-Friendly Sarnia-Lambton to talk more about the new website that's been relaunched and updated. So again, looking for services, agefriendlysarnialambton.ca is a great place to start there as well. Now, we mentioned it last week, but I'd like to mention it again because I think it's really important, especially with this time of the year coming up. You want to support local as much as you can, and hashtag local. Local, can't talk today, is a big part of our community and promoting businesses here. Hashtag Local magazine is out and available. There's Laura from Home Hardware here on Russell Street, and you can pick those magazines up at select businesses around town absolutely free, but you'll get a listing of all the local businesses that you can support. And if you go to hashtaglocal.com, you'll find all kinds of businesses that are local, and there's a rewards program that they have that you can sign up for free so that you can get some return from supporting local. It's win-win-win for everybody. So once again, visit hashtaglocal.com to find out more about that. Well, with this time of season, it's Christmas music, and it's some rock and roll Christmas. And we've got the Lambton Concert Band here to talk to us about a special event they've coming up Sunday, December the 11th. Take a look. Well, I love music. Who doesn't like really good music? And we can have a lot of fun with music. And 'tis the season. Yes, we can finally say it. The Christmas season is upon us. And the Lambton Concert Band is excited, I'm sure, to be back out in public again. Kevin Hucker and Tessa Catton joining me here. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's before we get into the Lambton Concert Band, Kevin, share who you are, and then Tessa will come over to you.
Sure. So my name's Kevin. I'm the promotions manager and a trumpet player for the Lambton Concert Band. I've been doing this, I believe, almost 8 years, working with the band, loving every minute of it, enjoying my time there with all the musicians, and promoting such an awesome organization that gives musicians who love to continue their craft as an adult and a spot to be able to continue to play. Right. When we can't play, say, in school or wherever we learned the tradition of music, we get to continue it in our adult lives. Awesome.
And Tessa, where are you in all this?
I'm the conductor. My shirt, you can't see it, but it says Big Stick. So that's what I do. I wave it. I'm a local musician, ex-instrumental teacher from skits in elementary. I play with my flute in a lot of places. But this group lets me pick up the stick.
That's awesome. And how many people are performing in the Lambton Concert Band? Like we're going to talk about a concert you got coming up, but how many's in the group?
We run. The lowest we've had, I think, is 39, but the highest is 56. So it just depends who's available. Yeah, we're a big group.
Right. Yeah. So there's a lot of music in the room.
Oh yes, sir, and it's good music.
Yeah, I like that you've added this rock and roll aspect into it, because I think I've interviewed other groups that are doing similar style of music with the horns and everything going on, and I think some people kind of go like, oh, it's the big band music, right? No, do you know what I mean, right?
No, I know exactly what you mean.
And so this is kind of cool that you're adding that rock and roll theme into all of this. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. Kevin knows I talk a lot. The only reason we have a rock and roll theme, well, my buddy Caitlin, she's playing in the Rock and Roll Christmas down, the sold out shows.
Yeah.
But our members go, why can't we have this theme? And so I sit down and think, why not? And then you program all the music, you buy it, you get it ready. And 2 years ago, our lead clarinet, Janice Furlot, said, I want Rock and Roll Christmas. So I said, you're going to get it.
And I'd like to add, when you have a musical director like Tessa, she always looks for ways to be a little bit more creative, because we don't want to just have a regular Christmas show every year, because we want to generate new interest, have new participants, new people coming, because we're not going to have everyone coming for the same old Christmas show every single year. Yeah. So Tessa always looks for new ways, and she always looks for input from the band. And this is the theme this year, and I think everyone's just going to love it. It's really a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I'm sure you have to do, as would be expected, some of the traditional Christmas music in there for sure. I mean, who doesn't like to move in their seats? And are we allowed to stand up and dance around at this concert, or do we got to stay in our seats?
Please stand up.
Yeah, stand up. And if you want to move around and you're worried about getting a sniffle, just put a mask on. I mean, we're not going to make you wear it, but if you're worried, put your mask on and do some two-steps. Why not?
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. I have to tell you, I was excited to set this all up with you folks, because I remember my mother taking me to, and I don't know if it was Lambton Concert Band or whatever, but something similar. It wasn't rock and roll, but the live music like that with all the horns and everything. And I just remember being about 10 years old and just feeling it like coming right through my body and going, wow, that's amazing. And I've always just really been impressed with any musicians, whether it be 3 or 40. How do you coordinate all that stuff, and piece it together like a puzzle, and then it comes out just shy? That's amazing. There must be a lot of rehearsal going on here.
Well, Kevin, do you want me to speak to that?
Please do.
Okay, so our rehearsals, sometimes we're lucky to have 14 rehearsals, and next concert, we got 14 for the big gun music. This one has exactly 6 rehearsals. So they have their music, they get it 2 weeks before, they go home, some of them look at it, some of them have a beer and leave it in the folder. We woodshed, I get angry, they laugh, and it magically comes together. And I got to tell you, as a musician all of my life, the energy in this band, when they're playing their concert, you're surfing the wave of adrenaline, and the audience feeds into that. You know that. You have it on radio. You have the same thing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You got to no, that's okay. No, you got to feed from the you got to feed from the audience, and it really works both ways. That energy, right?
Yeah.
And no, I know I was reading a little bit on the website there, and folks, you can see the website on the screen. Check that out if you want to learn more. But there's a real a mixed age group demographic going on here as far as the players, from students to retirees, right? That meshes well, does it?
It meshes very well. Absolutely. Yeah, I like how you worded that, Dave. So we've got high school students in this band. We've got retirees in this band. We've got professionals. We have a mix of everything. And we really, really get along well. So you have some people leaning on some of the more senior players with some help. I know I have some private meetings with my lead trumpet player helping me with some of the music. It's really, really a neat system that we have set up, that we lean on each other to learn some of the pieces, because some of them are really nice and easy, fun pieces. Some of them are a challenge, and some of them require a lot more practice than others. And we definitely need to help each other out with some of the pieces. But it is a really, really cool mix. And this is a situation where you maybe wouldn't meet some of these people in this any other circumstance than if we came together as musicians. And if the Lambton Concert Band didn't exist, I would have never crossed paths with any of these people, or some of them at least. But it's a really, really cool group that we got to do that.
And I'm sure, pardon me, I'm sure a lot of friendships have blossomed from. I mean, music is an international. Well, I shouldn't say it, a worldwide language, right? So, I mean, again, I'm sure a lot of friendships come out of everybody getting together. Now, what about somebody? Now, my wife, if she watches this, she's going to get mad at me later, because I'm trying to encourage. She has a trumpet that's been collecting dust for many, many years now, and she keeps. Of course, she has 101 excuses for not picking it up again. But what would you say to somebody like that, who's maybe from the past has done it and hasn't been doing it, and they're not sure? And like, what's the how do you welcome people into your group?
Kevin, could I do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, first of all, your wife probably just needs valve oil, so reach out to me and I'll give you a good brand. On our website, it says members, or if you want to join, press this link. I think it's members at Lambton Concert Band, but you have to go on the website. So that comes through to myself, and then I just start the dialogue. And if it looks like we're not a good fit, because we have university trained, high school trained, self-taught, who've been playing a long time, if you're not ready for that, I can steer you in 4 directions. My email has become a conduit for the past 30 years. Where do I go? What do I do? And if I don't know, I send it to my people. So right. I can help. Yep.
Yeah. So you're a connector, I guess, would be a good way of putting that too.
Yeah, my band might call me something else, but I do feel like I'm a little bit of a connector.
Well, Kevin almost did earlier when he said, when you have a director like Tessa, like Tessa. So I was like, what do you mean like Tessa? You can tell you have a lot of fun together with this. And so the show would be how long? Like an hour, 90 minutes? What's the expectation there?
No, I'm thinking the show will start at 2:30, and it's usually, this one is 33 minutes per the half. But we have a soloist coming, a real barn burner of a vocal soloist, Shannon Taylor. Nice. So, yeah, she's going to be singing 2 hot, dang numbers. So I think probably 40 minutes each side, and then we have a 15-minute intermission, and we are offering prepackaged snacks and some drinks, because that's part of our charm. We offer you food as well.
Food? I'm there.
Yep.
And the music. What's the process like? I mean, there's an unlimited supply of choices for the music that you're selecting to play for your concert, and like a film editor of sorts, you might be like, "What do I leave in, and what do I take?" What's that process like, and who's involved in deciding all of that?
I feel bad because I'm jumping all over Kevin here. I want to give him a chance to talk
just
promotion.
Keep smiling, Kevin. You're doing great.
This is right for you. This is yours.
All right. So the band, I don't know, about 10 years ago said, buy music. So I'm a woman. I like to shop. I like to walk. So when I walk, thoughts come to me all the time. And now I have a phone. I just jot them all down. and I know what I want to program for the next couple of years. I know what people tell me. I talk to my librarian. Our librarian, Alison McLaughlin, is a pistol. She'll say, "Oh, we got that piece in the library." So we have a giant library. We have this brain. We have the walking. We have the ideas. We have the money. And then the promotions people make it all look like this. And now we have concert. Is there enough time to do it all?
Right. Well, and it sounds like, well, Kevin, like you said, you're part of that promotion side there. What's that like too? Like, I mean, you do you have sponsors for this? Are you going out and getting sponsors? Do you need that support, or what kind of community support do you get for something like this?
Oh, we always need the support. We have great support. So we have Riverside Printing is a fantastic sponsor of ours. We have a lot of great community and corporate sponsors that have helped us quite a bit. We have a lot of great support with band members in terms of being our people getting these posters out within the community, sharing it on social media. Getting that social media is a huge aspect that thankfully helps us get this word out. So getting the word out to the community and getting those people sitting in the seats and watching our concerts, because that's really, as much as we love the music, the big part of keeping this band going is the concerts and keeping the people in the seats and keeping the people coming and keeping this going. Because as much as we like to choose the music, everything unfortunately costs money, and we like to keep this thing moving. And the sponsorship, like this show with you and everything, is really what keeps this moving, and we're just so happy to be able to do that.
Yeah, and I have to tell you, I'm impressed with the fact that your social media is like up to date. I find a lot of times in volunteer organizations, it's like, yeah, I'll do that, and then it doesn't get done. Things don't get done because life gets busy. But this group really seems to, like, you got it going on here by the looks of things.
Can I interview?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just feel like I'm going to burst here. Okay, so we plan these concerts, and I ship it off to Nelson Montenegro, and he's like our financial tech geek on the side. He goes, and he draws up, like a diagram, and then now we have an artwork. And then it gets shipped off to Kevin and his minions, and my head blows up because I can't do what he does, and all of a sudden it's glitzy, it's out there, there's tickets and posters, and the word is out. I can't do that. Yeah. I can't do any of that, but I have a team.
Right.
Well, yeah, and that's the beauty of the band, right? Because we all have these other jobs that we have during the day, and everyone has these strengths that we can pull on, and basically we just hand it out, and everyone has their role, and it really does work like clockwork. It works really well. We have a fantastic group.
Now, how long has the Lambton Concert Band been around?
Is it 2000? I think we had our 20 years 2 years ago.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's 2000, yeah. And it started out with Dave Parks and Chris Coyle, and they started this band a long time ago, and God bless them. And they had Blake Stevenson conduct, and then Jeff Gander and I conducted. Now I'm only the last conductor, but Jeff Gander is on the sides as sort of an advisor and a sub-conductor. So I'm hoping we get some more conductors in too.
Okay. And it's kind of been, I was reading too, it's kind of been an ensemble of other groups like coming together as well to make this all the Lambton Concert Band?
Oh boy, Kevin, I'm not up on the history so much, but we've come out of the Sarnia Citizens Band, the Blue Water Band, way back with Art Christmas, and then beyond, and now here we are.
I've heard many talks of many different bands, but you're right, it's all kind of amalgamated to what it is today.
Yeah. Kevin, do you have a favorite? Is there a song that's going to happen or performance where, like as you said, you play the trumpet? Is there a favorite in there where it's like where the trumpets get to shine a little more than maybe in other groups?
In this concert?
Yeah.
You know what? It's funny. I didn't think this would be the one, but being a rock and roll Christmas, we're playing. It's called "Carry On, My Wayward Son."
Oh,
and
that's awesome.
I knew Tessa would love this. There is brass. It's like the opening is a brass ensemble that just we sound great. If I say so myself, I really enjoy it.
Really.
And my favorite concert of the year is Christmas. And for me to say that it's not a Christmas song is really surprising to me. I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm trying to imagine in my head right now what that sounds like, because I'm the classic rock guy. I'm the old guy here that says I love that classic rock. So I mean that's fit. So I'm sold. I got to get a couple of tickets so Jennifer and I can go. And I like the fact that you picked it on a Sunday afternoon, right? I mean, instead of having to worry about going out at night or all that sort of stuff, you can and at the Library Theater downtown for some, it'll just be maybe a nice stroll downtown for a walk to get there. Was that intentional? Like a Sunday afternoon, we want to try to see if we can get people out on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, well, we keep it as family oriented as we can, and Sunday afternoons really work for that pretty well.
Yeah, well, and good point there, because I noticed too, like you're saying, tickets $12 for adults, $6 students, youth and children under 14 are free. So I was like, oh, they're really welcoming all age groups to come here and enjoy and appreciate the music that you're putting together, right?
Well, 3 or 4 years ago, we did the Teddy Bears picnic, and Don Vanderklok brought his brownie pack, or his daughter was doing brownies, and they marched all around with their teddy bears. And we've had kids up on stage conducting. So, we do things like that. Oh, yeah, we love kids.
See, I don't play like the instruments. Like I used to tinkle the ivories a little bit way long time ago, but I always wanted to do that conductor thing because I'm really animated, right? Like I'll be doing. Well, I don't know about flips or anything, but like I'll be getting in there and boy, I've watched some of that over the years on YouTube and stuff, and I was like, wow. Are you that, Tessa? Or do you get waving around and?
I don't think so.
Kevin's got a different reaction going on there with this. I'm thinking I'm going to go just to see you.
There's some entertainment involved when Tessa's conducting. It's a good time.
Oh, fantastic. Well, congratulations for putting this together, and I'm super looking forward to enjoying this. So where do people go buy their tickets?
Well, the easiest way is to find a band member, or you can message us through Facebook, and we can set it up that way. Or tickets will be available at the door. But my suggestion is always, especially the Christmas show, try and get there early or arrange through it early, because it is a full show typically. Yeah,
come on, Sarnia-Lambton. Don't wait. Get your tickets in advance. We got to stop being this last minute town. I'll say it out loud. And let's get out and support some local groups. Thank you so much. I always like to give my guests any one final thing. Did we forget anything, or you want to put out there before I let you go?
Really quick, I think we're having the Salvation Army come to do, you can make a donation to the Kettle campaign, because some of our members, well, all of us, we want to give back. So that'll be part of the concert. That's awesome. All right. Sounds good. December the 11th at the Sarnia Library Auditorium. It's a rock and roll Christmas. Get your tickets, and we'll be posting the link on our Facebook page at the end of the show today. Thanks, Tessa. Kevin, thanks for showing up as well, buddy.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you both to Kevin and Tessa for joining me here. I'm excited to get out there and watch them. The Lambton Concert Band with the Rock and Roll Christmas. Wow. Sounds like a lot of fun. And that one, like Carry On Wayward Son, Kevin, I'm looking forward to hearing that. You can go online and get your tickets as well. We'll be posting the links on our Facebook page afterwards. So be sure to check them out and find out more. Blue Water Power, Joe's Discount Tire, and Huron Science SWO. Thank you so much to them once again. And visit them online. And if you can, use their services. Tell them you saw it here on the show with David Burrows. Well, there you go, everybody. Thanks to all of you for being here. But that's all the time I got for you this week. Have a great week and an even better weekend. I will see you next time right here on the show. Bye for now.